Why y'all darn? Lord have mercy, what a blessing I'm here to tell you. My name is Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home in the sticks, and I hope everybody brought in the new year safely. Now, what we're going to talk about today are these. So March of last year, 2025, I did a short video on the fuel keg and a few problems that I found with the fuel keg. Now what I'm going to tell you is, evidently that short video ruffled the feathers of the 1 pound disposable propane container gurus. I'm here to tell you. So with all of that being said, allow me to retort. So what I have here is two Mr. Heater fuel kegs. Now the problem that I addressed in that short video is this plunger right here. The fuel keg that I used in the video had a plunger that was depressed by maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch. But that plunger right there was depressed. I don't know if I addressed this in a short video, but we're going to certainly address it in this one. We're going to talk about this purge valve ring right here. Now what the point I was trying to make in the short video is the plunger should be sitting pretty much flush with this base. As far as the purge valve ring, when you turn this purge valve, this keg should not vent any propane whatsoever. And I'm going to show it to you right now. No venting. This fuel keg should not vent any propane whatsoever. So I purchased a few of these fuel kegs last year, and I had a fuel keg that was venting when that purge ring was turned, and the plunger that was on the inside of that fuel keg was partially pushed down. I don't know if it was somebody used that keg and brought it back. That I don't know. Maybe they brought it back because that plunger was stuck down. So what I did was I reached out to Eneco, the Eneco group. That is the company that bought the Mr. Heater brand back in 1984. Spoke to these folks on the phone, and they actually referred me to a tech that works for Mr. Heater, and extremely professional people to deal with, and they were more than helpful in answering these questions. And my questions were pretty much what we're talking about right now. I asked them, is that plunger supposed to be in about 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/4 of an inch? Is it supposed to be depressed, or is it supposed to be straight up, pretty much flat with the bottom of the fuel keg? The answer to that was, it's supposed to be up. When you push down on it, it's supposed to depress, and whenever you take the pressure off of it, it's supposed to pop back up. It's spring loaded. Here is the Mr. Heater refill adapter. And what happens is, when you push it in, of course it goes in, and then when you remove the refill adapter, this plunger is supposed to pop back up. My second question was the purge valve ring. I know there is a two-way safety function built into these fuel kegs from what I gather. I don't know the science behind it, but my question was, when you turn that purge ring either clockwise or counterclockwise, is that fuel keg supposed to vent? The answer was no, it's not supposed to vent. Now let's talk about that. Yes, I do know that when you hook the fuel keg to the kit that you use to refill the keg, yes, I do understand when you open that purge ring, yes, it's gonna vent. Yes, it's meant to do that. My question was, when the fuel keg is not hooked up to the refill kit or hooked up to anything at all, is it supposed to vent when you turn that ring? The answer was no. And I purchased several other fuel kegs that I've had zero problems with at all. I've refilled these kegs numerous times, and as you can see, that plunger is not depressed. It is flush with the bottom of this right here. A few things that I want to address that I have found with these fuel kegs after using them for, I don't know, close to a year. something that you might want to watch out for, and I'm going to show you. This is something that happened to me. I'm going to pass it along to you. You go to refill your fuel keg using the refill kit, but this fuel keg will not accept propane. It will not fill with propane. You can't refill it. If you look real closely, it's missing a few things. And what happens is, the few things that you're missing are right here. I went to refill one of my kegs and refilled it, unhooked everything, put my cap on. I went to go refill another fuel keg, and I was having problems with getting this thing to mount onto the refill kit. And the problem was these two things. What happened was, when I filled this keg up using a refill kit, when I unhooked it, it pulled the rubber washer and this little white ring out of the fuel keg. It's a real easy fix. It's just you insert the washer and you put the white piece right on top of it. You push down on it and we're good to go now. But word of caution, when you are filling your fuel kegs, make sure that these two pieces are still in here when you're done and they're not stuck on the refill adapter, because it will happen. It's such a tight fit, they just latch onto there, and when you go to unhook it, they stay on here and not in here where they belong. Just something to watch for. Another thing I started using is these brass caps for these fuel kegs. These work a lot better than the plastic ones that originally come with the fuel keg. And the reason why I went to these is just in case I get some venting of propane, hopefully this will stop it. And these brass caps have washers in the inside of them, so yeah, they seal real good, and it's a worthwhile investment, especially if you are traveling and these are in a bag. Yeah, just to be on the safe side, I moved to these brass caps, and they work pretty good, and they're not terribly expensive. I have one on each one of the fuel kegs that I own. Well, all right, that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today. Just an updated video on these fuel kegs, and to, I guess, re-explain what I was trying to put out as far as the problems that I saw with the fuel keg. So with all of that being said, you know it's coming, because Dan Raffray sure enough always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. I mean nobody, you sure enough get your shine on. It's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.